Welcome everyone to AEW All Out 2022 post show. I am Will, and haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. I'm gonna get a lot of spoilers in here, so if you haven't watched the pay-per-view and don't want to be spoiled, please don't watch. But if you do want to watch, by all means, if you did watch it and you don't agree with what I say, feel free to leave a comment on the description. I do reply. So to most of them. If you don't agree, let me know why. If you do agree, hey, give me a thumbs up. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the pre-show, the 0 hour. And the 0 hour kicked off right away with Ty Mello and Sammy being interviewed. At one point, I'm like, well, no, isn't this match happening here? Why are they being interviewed? And it just kicked right into the match. Forgettable match. Because of the fact that we just had this match literally 2 days ago and 2 weeks ago. Why are we doing this match again? That was my thought process. And the fact that, Friday's one wasn't for the title and this one was, you knew the outcome. It was too predictable. And that's why I say it's forgettable. Hook versus Angelo. Oh, I didn't say who won. Yeah, if you didn't realize, Ty Mello and Sammy won their titles. They defended their titles. Their AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championships. Next up, we had Hook taking Angelo Parker from the Jericho Appreciation Society, and this was a good match. It was good. That's it. Just keep moving forward. That's all I'm gonna say. Next up, possibly the best match on the pre-show, Pac versus Kip Sabian for the AEW All-Atlantic Championship. First time being defended on an AEW show. Fantastic match. Like I said, Pac is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Kip Sabian, right up there. And the crowd definitely was into it. So that was a good sign. Pac successfully won. There was a post-match angle with Orange Cassidy, which I guess we're going back to that, which I was thinking the same way Pac was thinking. I don't want to wrestle you no more. I beat you already. Why would I want to do this? But that's what it looks like is going next. So it is what it is. And to wrap up things, Eddie Kingston versus Tomohiro Ishii. See, I didn't do it. It was a good match. Hard hitting. I think there was one little botch towards the middle, but it was so minor, and Eddie Kingston sold it. So he sold his my arm, but it was good. It was a good match. This was their second match apparently. I didn't see the first one, so they were talking about maybe doing a rubber match. We'll see. We kick things off now, the pay-per-view proper. And I should mention this pay-per-view, if you were not a fan of AEW, this pay-per-view did nothing to tell you to come watch it. This pay-per-view also, unlike previous AEW pay-per-views which just focused on match, and gave you, match, this one felt like it set up a lot of things for the future, including the Casino ladder match. Because we didn't know who won. It was won by the Joker, and the Joker didn't reveal himself. So, and it was weird. There was nothing fancy about this ladder match. There was nothing that was cool about it. It was just there. And I guess, we should have known this because, not saying that any of these wrestlers that were in this match don't deserve a push, but they're not there yet. So knowing that, who was in this match and who's going to get that title shot, we do find out who it is. So that's why I said future. It was forgettable. Not a good way to open the pay-per-view in my opinion. Next up, we had the AEW World Trios Championship Finals between the Elite and Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order. This was an excellent match. All 6 competitors were amazing. A lot of story here as well. And the Elite took it. Gotta give them props. Side note, I was thinking about this, and this probably would have been a good idea to just calm people down with the whole Colt Cabana thing. Maybe could have had Colt Cabana, take Adam Page's spot. Don't get mad at me. That's just an idea. It was just an idea, but whatever. I think if anything, they could probably do that. Just do a rematch, the Elite versus the Dark Order, and have Colt Cabana show up. Who knows? That way, people could shut up already about, Colt Cabana is not there because of CM Punk. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just move on. TBS Championship next. Jade Cargill versus Athena. This might have been Jade Cargill's best match. She won. It was very close. It was very competitive. It was good. It was good. I did find it weird that she was dressed like She-Hulk, but they didn't mention or reference She-Hulk. Maybe because, that's a Marvel figure, and AEW has a working relationship with Warner Bros. Discovery, so that's what I was just thinking. But it was funny because they were like, "Oh, she's covered in green because of money." I'm like, "Nah, dude, she's dressed like She-Hulk. That's what she was doing." But I guess they didn't want to mention it, not to upset their partners. Next up, Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns from Impact Wrestling. I know they kept saying that. It was like they had to keep saying it. Impact Wrestling. No, they're from Impact Wrestling. Got it. Okay. Forgettable match. Nothing crazy. Boring and not boring. Forgettable. That's the best way to put it. And I think the FTR's speech about why this match is happening was the sentiment of what this match was. It was just there. It's just not there was nothing really to talk about it. Was there a post match thing? Yes. Samoa Joe is back. Cool. But who cares? That's what it felt like. Next up, Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. This had a great build to it. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Ricky Starks. Powerhouse, they're building him up. Hopefully, he'll get a push. Maybe he'll take on Wardlow. Why not? I think that would be a good match. But again, it was okay. It was okay. It felt like we're just trying to set up things for the future. No. Interim Women's Championship match. Toni Storm versus Britt Baker versus Sheeta versus Jamie Hayter. This was good. It was good. Predictable, but good. Toni Storm took this one. She's the new interim champion. She was supposed to take on Thunder Rosa, but injuries happen. And, one day they'll fight each other. Next up, Christian Cage taking on Jungle Boy Jack Perry. This was a letdown, and from the worst possible way. This has so much built to it. But the fact that they decided to just pull the trigger and say, no, Luchasaurus is still heel. That's why he's been wearing the black mask, the black clothing. He hasn't gone back to his normal thing. And he beat the living hell out of Jungle Boy. And then a spear and a kill switch. And that was it. 30 seconds. It killed the crowd. Ooh, I missed the match. I can't believe I missed this. Sorry, this was before the women's title match. The World Tag Team Championship match between Swerve in Our Glory versus The Acclaim. Best match of the night. I'm shocked. I'm shocked I missed this. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't say the order right. Sorry. This was the best match of the night. Unfortunately, it did have the wrong victors. Especially when the crowd is so for The Acclaim. It's, they should have pulled the trigger. They didn't. They decided to just play it safe and give it to Swerve. But everything was written. The way the match was paced, you just felt like the Acclaim. This was the Acclaim's moment, and they didn't get it. There was a post-match, where they respect each other. At least, Keith Lee did with everyone else, but not Swerve. So, will we do this again? I think we should. It was a good match. Match of the night in many ways. But again, The Acclaim should have won. Because everyone loves The Acclaim. Getting back to now, the match after Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy was Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. And this was a good match. The crowd was not into it, though. Unfortunately, the crowd was just, I guess that after the Christian Cage and Jungle Boy disaster, it just did not help. You know, here's the other issue I have with this match. I think Chris Jericho winning was the right decision. Chris Jericho has been kind of like in a losing streak recently. Not really, but he needs a win. You can't have your one of your best heels keep losing, or feel like a loser. I also thought that this was gonna lead to something else, which it does, but not really. And like I said, this pay-per-view felt like it's trying to build towards the future instead of just giving us a good event to just have these stories thing. He cheated to win, and the whole Daniel Garcia, he wasn't happy about it. So what's gonna happen? Well, Daniel Garcia on Wednesday will fight Wheeler Yuta for the ROH title, but Jericho Society's not gonna be there. Well, I mean, really? So what's gonna happen? So this is what I'm predicting now. Daniel Bryanson. I said that wrong. Bryan Danielson will come and celebrate it with Daniel Garcia, and their story is going to continue. That's what's going to happen. But yeah, other than that, the match was good. The match was good between Daniel Bryanson and I can't say that wrong. Bryan Danielson. Shoot. See, I'm in that dirty mood right now. And Chris Jericho. But the crowd was, like I said, it's just, they weren't into it. Next up, House of Black taking on Sting, Darby, and Miro. This was a fun little match. The crowd was still dead, but they popped like crazy when Sting was in there. So, this match was won by Darby, Sting, and Miro. Sting, threw some miss into Malachi Black, which, cool. Forgettable. Cool. No, forgettable. I don't think it was anything great. And then the main event, Jon Moxley defending against CM Punk. There was a lot of people like, oh my god, this is so stupid that they squashed CM Punk a couple weeks ago. I think it was a good idea. I think it worked. However, I do think the crowd was not fully for CM Punk as much as they thought it would be. Because, spoiler, CM Punk did defeat Jon Moxley, I was about to say John Cena, for the AEW World Championship. And then the lights went out, and we found out who the Joker was. It's MJF. And the crowd was chanting for MJF. They popped. They popped hard for him. And they kept popping, and he did this insignia that he's going to go after the title. And they popped. And then he gave the crowd a middle finger because, he don't care about the crowd. But, I think CM Punk, there was damage done, especially with all the drama that's in the backstage, apparently. We don't know. We're not there. So, we're not one to speak. That's why I was mentioning earlier about, maybe have him on the pay-per-view to just silence the critics. But it is what it is. It was a good pay-per-view. It was entertaining. It ended before 12, which is good. I appreciate that. I'm going to see before 1 because I'm trying to record this. But other than that, I gave the 0 hour 8 out of 10, even though there was 2 excellent matches and 2 okay matches. The main card gets a 7 out of 10. Like I said, best match of the night, the tag team title match. Yeah, the trios match. The main event was good. Bryan Danielson versus Jericho was good. The women's match was good. Everything else, pretty forgettable. So like I said, worth a watch if you're bored. But not their best show. And it is what it is. Guys, let me know what you guys think. Remember to, if you like this video, subscribe, give it a like, share it, and let's have a little discussion. So if you agree, don't agree, leave a comment. I'll write back. I promise. I won't be that person. Until I'm going to the AEW show over here in New York in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. So I will have a post video for that show. But next time you'll see me do another AEW, it'll be for the specials. This weekend there was a lot of wrestling. I only watched one show. So if you want to know, I do have a WWE title belt because I am a fan of wrestling. So don't think that because I didn't watch Clash of the Castle, it's just I didn't care. And that one had some bad booking too, apparently. So that was the theme of this weekend. It looked like bad booking. Guys, until next time, stay good.